I'm Texas men's basketball coach Rick Barnes, and you're watching Big12Sports.com.
Welcome to this week's Big 12 Report. We sit Wendell out on assignment so you loyal report viewers get the best of both co-anchors. I'm Cassandra Novi, and joining me, Sean Dory.
You know, now that he's gone, I'm kind of missing the old guy. But no fear, Wendell will be back next week. On to this week's show. Big 12 basketball is in full swing, and the level of competition on both the men's and women's side has never been higher. First, let's start talking about the men's side. The Big 12 entered this past weekend with the best home court winning percentage in the nation. The league also boasts 3 teams ranked in the top 10, more than any other conference. And yet, the league as a whole isn't getting the respect it deserves. I think Kansas State coach Frank Martin said it best in this week's men's basketball teleconference.
It's Big 12 basketball. You know what I get a kick about? I sit around yesterday, we didn't practice, and I just watched some TV. And like we go to Oklahoma and lose, and it's because we're not very good, overrated, yada, yada, yada. I see some teams in other leagues go on the road and lose, and it's because they got a great league. And nothing aggravates me more than that the talking heads continue to disregard our league. Our league is as good as it's ever been, and it's got some great coaches, and it's impossible to win in our league.
On the women's side, Baylor continues to impress. The Lady Bears are the only team to remain unbeaten in conference play, and they are one of only 2 teams nationally to be unbeaten on the year.
And in the women's RPI ratings, the Big 12 as a conference is listed first and is the only league in the nation with all teams in the top 76. And speaking of women's basketball, the 2013 Women's Basketball Championship is getting a new home. Wendell Barnhouse has the story of the event's move from Kansas City to the Big D.
When the buzzer sounds on the Phillips 66 Big 12 Women's Championship game on March 12th in Municipal Auditorium, an era will end. It will be the last time the Women's Basketball Championship will be held in the same city and the same time as the Men's Basketball Championship.
Well, I think Kansas City has tried very hard to sell the tournament to their people, and for whatever reason, Kansas City is quite a niche for men's basketball. There's the long tradition there that was from Municipal, and now it goes across town, and it's never really quite caught on with the women.
The scary part is breaking off from the men, but a lot of the other major conferences have their championships the week prior to when we do. So I think we're trying a new endeavor that hopefully will bring better attendance, get our fans excited, get our student athletes excited.
In 2013, the Women's Championship will be held at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, and in 2014 will be staged at the Chesapeake Energy Center in Oklahoma City.
It's going to require a lot of marketing, but I can tell you that Dallas and Oklahoma City are very excited about the opportunity. Our kids are excited to play in NBA arenas. The facility's a lot better. And certainly last year, the NCAA regional that the city of Dallas hosted and was very well attended. It was an electric atmosphere for folks who were there. The championship final between A&M and Baylor was unbelievable. And I think that really made our administrators sort of sit up and take notice that Dallas would do a great job. And we've had great success in Oklahoma City as well.
In terms of attendance numbers of all postseason tournaments in the history of the Big 12. So the people of Oklahoma obviously wrap their arms around the women's tournament. They have a great appreciation for women's basketball. And attendance has been fantastic even when we're not playing. People say, well, it's because OU is right there. But there have been great record crowds at games when we're not participating.
The Women's Championship has been held at Kansas City's Municipal Auditorium 10 times. The average attendance for those championships has been 26,512. The Women's Championship has been staged in Dallas 3 times and twice in Oklahoma City. The Men's and Women's Championships have always been held at the same time and in the same city.
Well, we've done some studies with our fan base, and it's pretty much proven that the folks who attend our men's championship are not necessarily the ones who attend our women's championship. So certainly if there was a lot of crossover, we felt there was, we would probably be a little more hesitant to do this. But we know that our institutions have done a great job on their own campuses of promoting women's basketball. We want to see if we can carry that over into a separate city.
Everybody in our league just wants the tournament to flourish. They want our student athletes to have a fantastic experience in postseason play, and so we'll try some different venues.
Well, as the women prepare to make new homes in Dallas and Oklahoma City, some Big 12 track and field athletes have been making a name for themselves in the record book. The league has athletes in the top 10 in the nation and 27 of the 34 indoor events. Texas A&M's Amir Webb clocked a world-leading time of 20.94 last Saturday. The junior also ran a Big 12 best 6.66 time this season in the 60-meter dash. Oklahoma's Tia Brooks also found herself inked in the record book as she threw an American-leading 60 feet 8 inches in the shot put, setting an OU program record. Her throw is the 3rd best mark in the world and gives her the 13th best throw of all time in the NCAA. Well, if this is any indication of what the track and field indoor season is going to be like this year, it's sure going to be one to remember.
And I have no doubt Wendell is out setting those kind of track and field records right now. But that's it for this week's show. For Cassandra Novi, I'm Sean Dory. Thanks for joining us on the Big 12 Report presented by Dr. Pepper. And remember, you can stay connected with all things Big 12 at big12sports.com or join the conversation on our Facebook or Twitter pages. Thanks and have a great week.